Hi, okay, so I just got done watching the videos, the one by Shara Wooden and the one by Hans Rosling. Both were super eye-opening and really was humbling to watch. I really enjoyed all the stories that she told of all the women that have suffered, and she just told of their stories and everything that they had to go through, and how gender inequality is really evident in the world even still today. It made me feel very fortunate to be living in a country where women are not treated that poorly, especially the story about the girl that got left to be eaten by hyenas, and what she had to go through, how she had to crawl to the nearest place and then to get help from people. That was, I can't even imagine how hard that would have been. And I'm lucky that I don't have to ever go through something like that because of the country that I live in, and how we are slowly improving on bringing more equality in the world when it comes to gender. And I loved how she was saying that women are the solution and not the problem. So many times it seems like the world just wants to scapegoat, uses women as scapegoat, and just place blame on somebody else or anything else that they can. And yeah, it just was very humbling. I loved how she talked about the education as well, and how if we're educating women, then the equality will be so much improved. It made me really grateful. It made me think of, like, I'm so grateful for my parents that have invested so much of their, not only time but also their money, to make sure that I am receiving and gaining a good education for my life and my future, whereas those other women didn't have that support from their parents. They're like, we're not going to do this because it's a waste of money, and why should I do that for you? So it made me grateful for my own parents, and that they are willing to sacrifice so much so that I could have a better life and that I can gain an education. Another thing that I really loved, that she was like, we have won the lottery of life. We seriously have so much in our lives, and we need to be giving back. Just thinking of all the simple things, like we have a roof over our heads, and we have food to eat and clothes to wear, and even sometimes it seems that we have much more than we really need, and we take that all for granted. And that we need to make sure that we're giving back to everyone and doing all that we can, because when we're serving, that's when we gain the most happiness, and that's part of Heavenly Father's plan, that He wants us to be serving all of our fellow neighbors, all of our fellow men, and making sure that they're all being taken care of, because we're all His precious children. And I don't know, especially in Hans Rosling's video, it brought to mind again of just how much we have. We don't think about it so much, just because it's like we don't even realize how much we have and how fortunate we are. We have everything, if not more than we need, and there are other people in the world that are suffering so much, and just that we need to make sure that we're doing all that we can, and not necessarily just trying to do it for, like, oh, well, what's in it for me, but making sure that we're doing it for the right reasons. And if we're saving just one person, that goes a long way. Yeah, Christ cares so much for every single one of us, and all He wants is for us to be happy, and you know, the whole goal in this life is to return back to Him and to understand Him better and to become like Him. And Christ was the perfect example of serving others and taking care of them and doing everything like that. And so we need to make sure that we're stepping up and we are getting ourselves into gear and realizing of all the inequality that is still in the world today. It is improving so much more, and we are very, very lucky, but there are still so many people that suffer, and you know, one person really truly can make a difference, and we can be that person. So that's it.